What's up, guys? I am coming to you back in America, in Florida, in my childhood home. Family is doing okay. And when I was looking to take this last minute trip back to the States from Taiwan, where I do have health coverage for myself, I was looking at what I could do to have medical coverage in the very expensive United States of America as an expat who's covered elsewhere. So this is kind of a niche area, and this can be done also with general broad travel insurance for nomads who are based anywhere. It can also be done for expats who are based in a foreign country who are coming back to their home country, U.S. in this case. What you cannot do is find a policy that's for somebody based in the U.S. Because I did find a few providers who did that travel medical insurance for for people who are based in America, which excludes me. And you also can't use travel insurance that excludes the U.S., obviously. So I did some research within the U.S. expat communities. I've, of course, had a lot of sort of superficial understanding of travel insurance in general within the nomad community, but this was the first time that I was specifically looking for this for myself coming back to the US. So I welcome your advice, suggestions, comments, but this is what I was able to find. I'll talk to you in this video about the coverage that I did purchase and through which brokerage I purchased that. Some of the other companies I looked at as well, including, of course, World Nomads and Safety Wing, which are seemingly the big dogs in this space. It's been 1 week exactly, and so far so good. Hopefully, I don't need to use it. No, I don't know how it's gonna be, but I'm ready for anything I do. All right, so this is the Insubai website. I'm choosing USA only as my coverage area for now, just so that I can show you all four results. But I'll switch back to the USA and travel as my coverage area later on. So as you see, the website allows you to adjust your deductible level, and you can also go in to change the maximum policy payout. And so tinkering with these variables adjusts the premium that you have to pay, and you can manipulate it to find what best suits your comfort level. So I was just in search of something that would protect me in case of a catastrophic incident, and mainly keep me in good enough shape to then get myself back to Taiwan, where if I need continued care, I could get that there with my Taiwan insurance. And so my eye came towards that Patriot America Plus plan. I was fine with that highest deductible, $2,500, because it's not really something that I intend on using at all. Just in the rarest of emergencies, I have that peace of mind that I can go to the hospital if I need to. So here I am just filling out my information: resident in Taiwan, age, where I'm going, and then I had to choose the maximum policy coverage, and I debated this one for a while. Maybe I didn't make the best decision, but in the end, you can see how the premium changes here. Clearly, as you increase the coverage up to, what, 5 million, the premium goes up, but it goes up incrementally, and your coverage goes up by much more. So if you're worried about that, go ahead and choose a higher maximum. There's also cell phone rider to cover your cell phone devices while you're traveling. Adventure sports, because not all activities will be covered by the basic coverage. I'm not going to be doing any adventure sports. I have my own cell phone protection. So I debated this one for a while. I ended up going with the 100K. I just felt like my premium being under $50. This was a decent amount of coverage. $2,500 deductible. Again, obviously the hope is to never use it. So, I was thinking if something did happen, if I did need to go to the emergency room, I would not be mad paying $2,500. I'm not sure if that $100,000 maximum makes the most sense, but I felt like that should cover a decent range of potential needs. All right, so you can see what the final premium is, $49.13. Start and end date, so this is for 29 days. And I'm going to skip over the rest. I mean, there's no reason to see all of my personal information. So here is basically a review of the insurance that I purchased. What is interesting is that it includes urgent care or walk-in clinics. I don't know how exactly those are defined. This basically says that the provider will self-determine whether they're an urgent care or a walk-in clinic. But either way, you're looking at a copay of just $25 or even just $15. Which is great. So if something were to happen that I needed to just make a visit to see what's up, I'm just looking at a $25 copay at the most. Then you see the other areas of coverage. They pay out up to the policy maximum. This is a PPO, so I do need to be in network. If I'm out of network, then I have to pay 20% up to $5,000, and then they'll cover 100% beyond that. Anyway, my point is that even though this is catastrophic coverage, it is comprehensive in some ways. And you can add dental, you can add optical if that's something you would want to do. There is some really, really basic travel coverage as well, but it's very, very bare bones. So yeah, these just show you some of the other items. Really not important to me. So we've seen now what Insubai's brokerage can offer, including a plan that works for me. I've mentioned other companies like Safety Wing and World Nomads, both quite well known in the nomadic traveling space. But there was another company with an offering that I was intrigued by and might consider purchasing over the Patriot America Plus from IMG. That is what I purchased. And so this company is called Seven Corners, and let me show you what they offer. All right, so they offer two types of policies. One is called the Inbound USA Visitor Insurance, and there's a basic level and a plus level. It's a basic and choice, and this is scheduled coverage. So it's really a question of whether the coverage amount makes sense. And I don't know. I'm not an insurance guy, but just taking a glance over it, it does seem like everything's a bit low, especially for the U.S. But it is, an incredible premium, and it is comprehensive coverage. So it's something to take a look at. The other option that they had is something called travel medical, which seems like really solid coverage as well, but the premium is higher at $87. So it just depends where you feel most comfortable. And also, most importantly, is not the price of the premiums and the coverage that they say they give you, but really the reviews and whether the company seems reliable, seems like they are going to pay out the way they say they will, and also sort of the customer service in general, because these vary widely. And I'm not going to get into that too much because I don't have personal experience, but you can look and see online what people have to say. A lot of times there are glowing reviews for all of these companies as well as really angry experiences too. So, you know, it's insurance, and I don't have a good answer. And I welcome you to actually share with me, because this is something that I may need to do a lot of moving forward. So finally, to recap, for my 29-day trip to America from Taiwan, I purchased a fairly comprehensive insurance policy from IMG called Patriot America Plus, and this was through a broker called Insubai, and my premium for those 29 days is $49.13. I also looked at a Seven Corners policy. There was one for $87, which was pretty strong, and then one for $37.70, which was more basic and bare bones with minimal coverage and low maximum payouts. Also looked at Safety Wing, which came out to about $79, and I did not look at the details of their coverage because I wasn't going to choose them anyway. World Nomads was, I think, $250 or something like that. Of course, these are not apples to apples. This is a tricky thing with insurance. What really matters is what's going to happen in case of an emergency, how they're going to treat you, how they're going to work with you, and how easy they will make your life when you need them the most. So, yeah, I'm just in the beginning of this journey, and knock on wood, hopefully I will not really have to experience that other side, the most critical side of insurance companies. And hopefully for me, it's just shopping around for the best premium and coverage, best policy, best value, all of those things put together. Yeah, as always, leave a comment. If you have something to say, I welcome advice on this.
16 driving in a Cadillac. She hit the open road and she won't be back. Yeah, she's like the wind. Half a smile, it's more like a grin. Picking up, moving on a whim. Searching for the right place where her life can begin.